So the materials that you will need are yarn. I'm using worsted weight yarn. You'll need a crochet hook, which is 5mm or H sized. You'll also need scissors. And finally, you need stitch markers. I don't have stitch markers, so I'm using pins and bobby pins, but you can use whatever you have. So you're gonna start off with a slip knot. So I am making a extra small shirt, but if you are going to make a different size, you can increase or decrease the number of chains. But for this, I'm gonna chain 80, and I will leave the number of chains you need and other measurements in the description below. So here I have 80 chains, and I'm just making sure that it is not twisted because we're going to be creating a ring for the base of the shirt. To create the ring, you're going to go into the first chain we created, yarn over, pull through, and pull that same loop into the loop on the hook. Now we need to chain 3 or create a no turning loop to make the first double crochet of the second row. So you can either do this is suggested for beginners, which would be chaining 3, or if you want to do the no turning loop, pull your loop to the length of a double crochet and hold tight. Then loop below that chain and yarn over and pull it under the chain. Now yarn over and pull it through both loops. This will act as the first double crochet of the first row. Throughout this project, we're going to be using double crochet. So yarn over, go into the first chain, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through second 2 loops. Now you're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the next 7 chains. Now in the next chain, you're going to make 2 double crochets in the same chain. Add a stitch marker after you're done to mark the spot. In the next 8 stitches, do 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, make 2 double crochets in that same stitch. Place a stitch marker to mark this stitch. Now do 1 double crochet in the next 12 chains. Make 2 double crochets in the next chain. Place a stitch marker to mark the spot. Now in the next 8 chains, make 1 double crochet. Then in the next stitch, make 2 double crochets, and you're going to repeat this twice by making 1 double crochet in the next 8 stitches and 2 double crochets in the 1 stitch after that. And make sure to mark each spot. Then you're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 12 stitches and 2 double crochets in the next stitch, mark it, and then do 1 double crochet in the next 8 stitches, and in the next stitch do 2 double crochets. Now you're going to connect the first stitch and the last stitch by making a slip knot. After this row, you should have 88 stitches in total. To start the second row, make 3 chains or do the no turning stitch. Now you're going to make 1 double crochet in each stitch. When you get to a stitch marker, make 2 double crochets in that stitch and take that same stitch marker and place it in the second stitch that you just made. Repeat this all the way around for this entire row, and at the end you should have 96 chains if you're making an extra small shirt. You're going to repeat row 2 all the way till row 11. So you're going to make 9 more rows by doing 1 double crochet in every stitch, and when you get to a stitch marker, do 2 double crochets in that stitch. At the end of the row, create a slip stitch to join and form that row. I finished 11 rows and I have 168 stitches. You can change the number of rows according to how long you want it to be. Now I'm taking all the stitch markers off, and you can take all of them off. And now we're going to start the next row. So you want to chain 3 or do the no turning stitch. Now you're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around the row. And make sure to end the row with a slip stitch, connecting it to the first stitch of the row. And you're going to repeat this 2 more times. So you should have 3 rows in total, with every single stitch having 1 double crochet in it. Now place stitch markers in the 34th, 67th, 118th, and 151st stitches. Now make 3 chains or a no turning stitch. Now you're going to make 1 double crochet in each stitch till the first stitch marker. Make 1 double crochet in the stitch with the stitch marker and don't take the stitch marker out. Now you're going to make the first sleeve, so make 1 double crochet in the next stitch marker. Now make 1 double crochet in each stitch till the next stitch marker. Make 1 double crochet in the stitch with the stitch marker. I took my stitch marker out to make it easier to do the double crochet, but make sure to put it back in. Now for the second sleeve, make 1 double crochet in the next stitch marker. Now make 1 double crochet in each stitch till the end of the row. Make sure to end the row with a slip stitch, and you should have 96 stitches at the end of this row. Now chain 3 or make a no turning stitch. For this row, you're going to make 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around the row. When you get to the sleeve, don't make double crochets at the sleeve. You're just going to pass by those stitch markers and do this for the second sleeve as well. End the row with the slip stitch, and you're going to repeat this row 14 more times or till desired length. After you finish all 15 or how many ever rows, chain 1 and make 1 single crochet in each stitch throughout the row. Once you're done, you can cut your yarn and end the base there. Now for the sleeves, take yarn and pull through the first stitch marker. You can remove your stitch marker and make 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around the row. When you get to the next stitch marker, you want to make a double single crochet. For this, you're going to go into the next double crochet and yarn over and pull through, then go into the next double crochet stitch, yarn over and pull through. Now you should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3, and you want to repeat this 1 more time. When you are done, you should have 1 stitch remaining where you're going to make 1 single crochet. Then you're going to end the row by making a slip stitch with the first stitch that you made. When you are done, you can cut your yarn off and end here. And this is the finished shirt.